Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful circle dress step by step. We also learn how to achieve a beautiful even flare, how to create this petal flower design, attach an extended strap sleeve, and also add a neatly finished inseam pocket. This tutorial is beginner friendly and easy to follow, so by the end of this video you'll be able to recreate this dress with confidence. So let's get started. To make this dress, I'll be making use of 3 yards of African print fabric, also known as Ankara fabric. I'll also be using a plain fabric. You can either use a crepe fabric or a doll face or any plain fabric of your choice. So I'll be using a crepe for mine, and I have about half yard of fabric. So I'll be using this piece of paper to illustrate how to fold your fabric, because my table is very small and you won't see how I'm folding my fabric. So what you need to do is to fold the whole of your 3 yards into 2 equal parts. That way you have 1.5 yard each for the front and also for the back. And after that, you take one of the end, either the folded part or the part that is on fold, and fold it in form of a triangle to meet the other parts, just as you can see in this video. And that is basically how to fold your fabric. So that way we are cutting both the front and the back together. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into 4, just as I have explained. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do now is to divide my bust circumference into 4. So after dividing that into 4, I'm going to be adding ½ inch for ease and also 1 inch for seam allowance. So for me, I have a total of 9.5 inches, and then I'm going to find where now 9.5 inches is on this fabric. Just look for a perfect place that will give me exactly 9.5. So do the same on your own fabric and make a mark on the point that gives you the measurement you need. After getting the point, I'll go ahead and rule a straight line like this. And this line now will now serve as my chest line. From my shoulder point, my chest line is 7 inches. So I'm going to be placing that 7 inches on this line that I drew here, and then from the 7 inches mark, I'm going to determine how off I want my dress to be. So for me, I think I'm going to use 4.5 inches. This totally depends on your preference. You can make yours deeper than mine, and you can use 4.5 inches if you want it moderate. Okay, so I'm going to connect a line on that 4.5 inches mark, which is now my neckline. And for the neck width, this is basically the measurement from one strap of your bra to the other side. So for me, it is 10 inches. So I think 10 inches work for most people. So you can decide to use 10 inches as well. I'm going to divide that 10 inches by 2, and I'll add ½ inch for stitching allowance. So at the end of the day, I have 5.5 inches, and I'm going to mark it on the chest line, on the neckline rather, and then I will connect a curve to meet the chest line, sort of like an armhole. Then I will come down by ½ inch from the chest line, just to give room for my arms to move. Okay, since this is not going to have a sleeve. Now, if you do not want your neckline to have a sharp V at the center, what you can do is from your neckline, you can go up by 1 inch or 1.5 inches. I went up by ½ inch and it was still giving me that sharp V. So I suggest you do 1.5 inches or 1 inch. You can even do 2 inches if you want to totally eliminate that sharp V at the center. So after this, the next thing to take is the length of the dress. Okay, so the length of my dress is 36 inches. I'm going to be adding 1 inch for stitching allowance. So in order to mark the 36 inches, I'm going to be placing my chest line. I use 4.5 inches. I'm going to be placing that on that point, on that chest line point, that angle, and then I'm going to mark my 36 inches plus 1 inch length. Okay, so I will leave my tape on that point, that 4.5 inches point, and rotate my tape all around to get the length of my gown. So if you are using 4.5 inches, you place 4.5 inches at the starting point there and take all your measurement round, placing that tape there, emphasis on that particular point, so that you get an even flare. Okay, so whatever measurement you decide to use, just do it exactly the way I am doing it in this video. So now I'll go ahead and cut out my fabric.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon.
Remember, this dress has inseam pocket, so to make that, I'm going to be placing my tape at the starting point, still taking note of my off shoulder, which is 4.5 inches. Then I will mark my half length, which is 16 inches, and from that 16 inches I will mark my pocket opening. I'm using 5.5 inches, so I'm going to make a notch on those 2 points so that it's easy for me when I'm attaching my pocket to the dress. And with this, we are done cutting the dress. Okay, I'm just going to open it up so that you see what we have. We have both the front and the back. So the next thing we're going to do is to start sewing the dress. So the first thing I'll do is to cut facing for both the front and the back. Okay, so I also went ahead to cut out this piece of fabric that I'm going to be using for the strap. So this measures 2.25 inches for the width, and then the length is as long as 38 inches, 37 inches thereabout. So you can make the length as long as you want, and also the width as wide as you want. I just want mine to be 1.5 inches wide. So out of that 2.25, I'm going to be using half inch to sew the sides, and then I'll turn it out, give it a very good press. So this is what I have after turning the strap. The next thing is to start attaching it to the dress. So now what I'm going to do is pick one piece of the dress, and then I'm going to use that as the back piece. Okay, so from the top I'm going to be coming in by half of an inch, which is the stitching allowance for the armhole, and from that half of an inch I'll place my strap on that point. I'll do the same to the other side, and then I will use my facing to cover it and stitch all the way around from the armhole down to the neckline and also the other armhole. So I'm going to do this now and show us what it looks like. So the remaining piece is going to serve as the front piece. I'm also going to use my facing to turn the armhole as well as the neckline. All right, so this is what the back part looks like. As you can see, everything is stitched down nice and clean. The strap is sitting pretty well. So at this point I'm going to bring in the front piece, and then I'm going to place it wrong side facing each other with the back piece, and I'm going to measure the neckline. All right, so remember I used 4.5 inches for my off shoulder. So from this strap now, starting from the part where I stitch to the back, I'm going to measure 4.5 inches upward, and from that 4.5 inches I'm going to hold it down and fold it into two, just as you can see on the screen. I will also reconfirm my measurement for the front piece as well, making sure I have that exact 4.5 inches, and I'm going to place the front piece exactly on that 4.5 inches and pin it down. Note that we're going to be top stitching this. All right, so I'll repeat the same step for the other side as well. I'll measure the 4.5 inches, which is my off shoulder. I'll hold that place and fold it into two, reconfirm the measurement for the front part as well, and place it on the front piece, and I'll use my pin to secure it together. I'll take this now to my sewing machine, and then I'm going to top stitch on it. So this is what I have after stitching it down. As you can see, everything is coming out nice together, and we are almost done with the making of this dress. The next thing we are going to be doing now is to turn it right side facing each other, and we are going to stitch this side together. To do that, I'm going to take the armhole, all right, at the side. I'm going to align it together this way, and then I will use one of the facing, either the one at the front or the one at the back. Just use one of them to wrap it the way you're seeing on the screen, and then you're going to use the stitching allowance to sew it. When you get to the notch of the pocket opening, stop sewing and leave the space for the pocket opening, then continue sewing till the end. So after stitching the sides together, this is what my dress looks like now. As you can see, we can say this is about 85% done. We can even say it is 90% done. Okay, so I fixed one of the pockets, but not to worry, I'm going to show us how to fix the other pockets. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to turn this dress to the wrong side, all right, and then I'm going to be making a mark on the pocket opening, just so it is visible, because I realize my fabric is too colorful and it might be a little bit difficult to see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to be using my chalk now to make a mark on the pocket opening, just as you can see on the screen. That side is still open. Remember, we did not close when we're stitching the side. So now this is the fabric I'm going to be using for my pocket. This measures 8 inches by 8 inches. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to take it to the sewing machine and show us how to fix this pocket exactly. So to fix this pocket is very simple. What you just have to do is to open the pocket opening like this, following the side seam allowance. Okay, we're going to be stitching this on the seam allowance, and the trick for this is, if you are using a pocket opening of 6 inches, make sure the pocket itself, the mouth, is as wide as 8 inches. Okay, the trick is just to add like extra 2 inches for the pocket itself. So now I will take one of the pockets and fold it in by half of an inch, and then I'm going to be placing it on the stitching allowance, making sure I have 1 inch before my pocket opening, and then I will make sure it is very close to the seam allowance, just as you can see on the screen, and then I'm going to top stitch all the way to the end, just as you can see on the screen. So this might not be very clear, but I promise I'm going to use a plain fabric to demonstrate how to exactly do this, all right, so that you guys can see clearly. But you can still follow my explanation. It's pretty simple and you will still get it. So now to fix the second pocket, you're just going to take it and align it with the first pocket. First of all, make sure the shapes are aligning, and then you're going to flip it over to the other side, just as you can see on the screen. So we're going to be doing the same thing. I will fold in half inch. Remember, we are sewing on the seam allowance, and I'm making it very close to the seam allowance. So you're going to take the pocket this way and fold in half inch. All right, fold in half inch, just as you can see me do on the screen. Then I'm going to place it, make sure it is 1 inch before the actual pocket opening on the dress. Okay, make sure it is 1 inch before it, and then you're going to top stitch really close to the side seam and stitch all the way till the end, just as you can see on the screen. It's very simple. If you're not seeing it clearly, you can just follow what I'm saying. I promise you're going to get it. So once you're done doing that, you will see that the pocket is very clean, and it is really close to the side seam that you will not even know there is a pocket opening there. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is to stitch the pocket all around. Just turn it the way you see me doing, like this, and stitch with half of an inch all around it to the other side. All right, so if you follow my instruction very attentively, you should have your pocket looking exactly like this. So now it is time to prepare our petal flower. To do that, I'm going to be drafting the pattern on a piece of paper. I'm going to fold this paper into two like this, and the height of my petal is going to be 5 inches. And after that, I'm going to be marking half of that 5 inches, which is 2.5 inches. And I'll be making use of 1.5 inches for the width of my flower, which I'm going to mark at the beginning like this, and also on that 2.5 inches mark. And then I'm going to use a straight ruler to connect it together from the beginning to the 2.5 inches mark, and then I'll finish it up with a curved ruler from that 2.5 inches down to the tip of that 5 inches, which is the total length of the flower. And then I'm going to smoothen that part so that it's not sharp. Then I'll go ahead and cut out my pattern just as you can see. And this is what we have. We have our petal shape already. So what I'm going to do now is to use this pattern to cut on my actual fabric. So we have about 5 of this petal on the design that we are trying to recreate. So for each of them, we're going to be cutting 2 pieces each. One is going to serve as the main fabric and the other is going to serve as the lining. So in total, we're going to be cutting 10 pieces of this petal flower. So this is what they look like. What I'm going to do now is to take 2 pieces each, and then I'm going to place them right side facing each other and stitch with 1/4 of an inch all the way around, leaving the straight part opened. So I've sewn it round and then I've turned it out through the point where we did not sew, and I also gave it a very good press, and this is what they look like. So in order to form that flower we saw on the dress, we're going to be making use of our needle and thread. So what we are going to do basically is to pick each of the petal flower and form a loose gather stitch with your needle and thread all the way till you exhaust all the 5 pieces. Just do them straight like this, just as you can see me do on the screen. Just keep attaching from one point to the other. When you are done with one, you pick the other one and form a loose stitch. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but you can just watch what I'm doing and follow the instruction. All right, so I'm going to do this till I exhaust the petal, and once I get to the last one, I'm going to join it with the one I started with. Just watch what I'm doing.
Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break, done staying strong.
So I've attached all the petals together, and I'm just going to use my hand to arrange them and make them tight to form the flower. You need to use your hand to arrange it and draw the thread so that it's going to come together. And in order to join it, just insert your needle into the other petal beside the last one and bring it out like this. Make sure you drag it so that it forms that flower that we need, and you're going to secure it with a knot. All right, that is basically how to go about this petal flower. So after doing that, I'm going to secure it with a knot, obviously, and then I will cut out the excess thread. So this petal at the middle, to cover it on the inspo that we're following, they used a cover button. So I've gone ahead to make a cover button of the camera, and I'm going to be using my hot glue gun to attach the cover button to the petal. And that's basically all for the petal. The next thing is to just attach it to your dress as seen on the screen, and that is basically the end of this tutorial. If you enjoyed this tutorial so far and you gain knowledge from it, please do not forget to like this video, hit on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to this channel already, and turn on your post notification bell so that you'll be the first person to be notified whenever I drop a new tutorial. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section if this is very easy to follow and you gain value from this video. Do not forget to share this video with your friends as well so that other people can benefit from it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.